Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be starting my first video series. This is going to be called Toontown Rewritten, the Toontastic Challenge. Okay, so first of all, what this is going to be is it is going to be a challenge. Basically, I'm going to have to play through Toontown Toontown Rewritten, with self-imposed rules. Now, I am only going to be going up until the final task in the burg, so it's going to be the 24-story cog buildings, then I think you have to fish, and then you get your final gag track. So yes, I'm only going till the end of the burg. I'm not going to do Donald's Dreamland with these rules. So, without any further delay, let's actually get to these rules. So, I am honestly just going to kind of casually tell everyone the rules. I honestly feel like that is the best way for me to tell these rules, just because there's a lot I have to say about them. However, in the description of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys all the rules, if you would rather just like read the rules. But yes, so first of all, rule 1, all toontasks are random. Now what this means is, even just for fun tasks, everything is going to be random. Now, how I'm going to do this is when I start a neighborhood, let's like say, for Toontown Central, right? I will basically have to pick an HQ officer. That HQ officer is going to be the only HQ officer I will get toontasks from. So, before I actually go up and choose a toontask, I will either have to pick up, middle, or down. Now, basically, let's say I pick middle. Then I am locked into choosing that toontask. And I will have to choose it. It doesn't matter, how ridiculous it is, if it's just for fun, if it will actually proceed me in the game. No, I have to choose it. So that is really the premise of this whole series. I could be stuck getting really ridiculous tasks and just continuously be doing a lot of just for fun tasks I don't need to do. And yeah, that is really rule 1. So let's get on to rule 2. So basically, what is going to happen is every time that I go sad, so let's say I go sad in Donald's stock, right? I will receive a strike. Now, for every 3 times I go sad, so 3 strikes, I will have to permanently get rid of 1 gag. Now, if at any time in this video series all of my gags become locked or are permanently removed, it is going to be considered a game over. So what this means is, let's say I'm in Donald's dock and I lose my last gag track. That would be the equivalent of going sad 9 times, because I would have to receive 3 strikes 3 different times, and I would lose all my gag tracks, and the series would be considered over. So yeah, that's really the real thing with this series. Basically, well, at any time I can really, mess up. So this is going to be in place just so I have to play strategically. Now let's get on to rule 3, which is I cannot run from battle. And this is anything. I cannot run from street battles. I cannot run from, let's say, go into a 4-story cog building and I'm on the 2nd floor. I cannot teleport away. I will have to continuously go. I can't disconnect. Basically, any way I can run away from a battle, no, I cannot. So really, when I start anything in this series, I will have to, try my best to actually finish it or go sad. So anyways, let's get on to rule 6, which is I can only get help from new friends on Toontown Rewritten who are unaware of this challenge. Now you might be saying, well, I'm watching the rules video now, so does that technically count for me? Well, with this rule, basically this is going to be, kind of one of those rules that I'm going to have to kind of look at myself. Basically, how this is going to work is, as long as someone on Toontown Rewritten doesn't mention that this is a series, then I will, friend them and I'll let them help me. So, if you're watching this now, as long as I encounter you on the game while I'm doing this series, and you say nothing, there's no way of knowing that, that you know about this series, and therefore you could help me. So with this rule, it's kind of one of those that's kind of weird, but that's how I'm going to go by it. The reason why I'm doing this is, well, I feel like if I get help from people who knew this was a series, they would kind of act different. They would kind of play in like a really, strategic sense, now that they know, they're on camera. I'm doing an insane video series. Well, they will act a lot different. And I think it would be a lot better if they don't know it's a series. They don't know, everything, what I'm doing. In addition to that, I cannot tell anyone about this challenge. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well, now, let's get on to Rule 5, which is I can only train gags on cogs that, are on my task. What this means is there is a limit to how much I can train my gags. What this means, or why I'm doing this rule, is, well, if I can pretty much put every rule, possible on Toontown, but if I have very, very, very good gags, it's not going to matter because I can breeze through anything. Now, this rule is just kind of to, counteract me completely breaking the game. Now, with this rule, of course, with the just for fun tasks, my gags probably will always be higher than they should, but it's just kind of one of those rules that I want to, keep. So now, this really isn't a rule, but I think it's something that, I of course should mention. So, to counteract the just for fun tasks, every time I complete a just for fun task, I will be rewarded with a point. Now, there are two things I can get with these points. For 3 points, I will be able to pick any toon task I want. Now, this means I do not have to go to that one HQ officer that I picked at the beginning of the neighborhood. I can go anywhere. It can be in any neighborhood, any shop, anything. I can pick any toon task. And for 5 points, I will basically get 1 hour of training gags. Now, with this, basically, I can only train gags on the street that I'm currently on, or the neighborhood that I'm currently on. So this means if I'm in Daisy Gardens, and I decide to purchase, an hour of training gags, I can only train gags on that street, and all of the rules are going to apply. As, if this was actually going to be, all the rules are going to apply as if it was a normal episode. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the hour training, sessions, as I like to call them. But I think I'll probably just maybe make, a video, speed it up a lot, because of course it's going to be an hour. And, yeah, that's how I'll do it. Maybe I'll, say my thoughts on the series, answer questions, tell a story. Those are, some of the ideas I've had for that. And in addition to the points, all of the points will expire at the end of each neighborhood. And this rule is in the, this is a rule because I do not want to utterly break the game. What I mean by this is if points didn't expire at the end of each neighborhood, I could well get 50 points in Toontown Central and then just wait until the Berg and spam, pick a task, pick a task, pick a task. And that wouldn't really be the most fun thing to do in the world. And lastly, as for can't talk. As a side note, I will not be able to look up anything Toontown related while I'm doing this series. Everything is going to be based on memory, and this goes for, if I'm in a battle with cogs, I can't look up what is going to defeat a cog, which really could be useful at some points. I cannot look up any tasks for, when I pick a task. I mean, I might want to know, what task is going to correspond with the tasks that I have now. And I will not be able to look that up, which means everything is going to be based on memory, and we'll see, how good my memory actually is. So yes, those are the rules to this challenge. Now, the reason why I'm actually posting the rules to this challenge before Toontown Rewritten is in beta is because I wanted you guys to share your thoughts on it. And, tell me if there's any rules that you want me to change. If you think the series is too easy, too hard, just what you guys think about it. If you think it should be a series, or if you want me to, completely do something different. That's why I'm posting this video so far in advance from when I'm actually going to do this series. Now, there's of course another few notes I should make is, first of all, if a reset happens, because I'm going to be doing this during Toontown Rewritten beta, if my toon gets erased by some means, I will resume the series on the live Toontown Rewritten game. I'll remake it as close as humanly possible as I can, and then we'll resume it. And if I ever get disconnected, because this is beta, it is not going to count towards a strike. Now, the reason for that is, well, a lot of things can happen during beta, and I just feel like it's more fair if, well, I actually go sad. How that's going to work is I need to go sad. I need to, my laugh meter actually has to turn green from a cog attack. Yeah, it's not really that debatable, that hard to really figure out. But yeah, so those are the rules to the Toontastic challenge. Now, it is called the Toontastic challenge because all of my toontasks are random. Did you get it? Okay. So I'm going to be starting this video series probably a week after Toontown Rewritten beta comes out. I'm guessing it'll be probably around a week, maybe sooner, but yeah, I would give me a week before I can actually start this video series, and it will be uploaded daily, which will be a lot of fun for me to do. So anyways, if you have any questions about the series, any recommendations, just tell me in the comments section what you think. And I will see you all later. So, as always, thank you all for watching, and have a great day.